So we have input the course name, course code, the credit is 1, and the name of the course designer. Next we have to write the course outcomes. Now what we have done here is we have combined our 12 experiments that are mandatory for university to be completed within the course. Those 12 experiments we have tried to club them together into different COs. So based on that, the 5 COs that we are having here, I am going to write down. So since we had 5 COs, I am going to write the number of COs 5, and always press the enter button. Don't use the mouse to go to the next section because it has to be entered. So if I enter it, automatically you can see that my COs based on the course code and the number of COs I have entered here, I have got the blank columns. Now I am going to straight away enter the COs that I have already written for this particular course. So these are the 5 COs that I have kept. Now within this CO I may have experiment number 1 and 6. Similarly within this I may have experiment number 8 and 12. So all these COs may have different experiments, but that does not matter. I am having 5 COs. Next I select the BOOMS level. Always remember we have to keep what is the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy level that we are going to have in this particular section. So it's going to start with, we are having knowledge, then comprehension. For these experiments we start with comprehension. Similarly for these we are having the highest level is application level. This one also is an application level, highest one. Then we are having for amplifiers, it straight away goes to analysis level, and here also it goes up to analysis level. Now we should remember that this course is actually a second year course, so maximum the level can go up to 4 or even up to 3 only. It should not go beyond that because the that much level of Bloom's taxonomy we are never hitting. So this is the maximum level that we are talking about. Okay. Next we are having the COPO mapping. Based on the 12 POs we have to map the 5 COs. So let me write the values. So as you can see I have entered the values and automatically I got the value calculated at the end of all the COs combined. For each and every PO, what is the attainment that we are trying to achieve. Now as you can see here, all the POs are not selected with the help of all the COs. You should always remember the complete course COs should map with all POs, and it is not that any one subject should map all the POs. That is not required. Next we have to map the COs with PSO, and again as it is said here, keep blank in the mapping if there is no relation. So here also we will no need to fill all the PSOs. The number of PSOs may be different for each department. We are having 3 PSOs, so based on that let me fill it. So now you can see that I have automatically got this value when I entered the priority. Now what is the highest priority? Highest priority is 3, then 2, the lowest is 1. There can be a case where you may have only 3, 2 and no 1 in certain cases. It does not matter. As we can see here, there is only 3 here. There is no other value of 2 or 1. So it does not matter at all. With this, the framework sheet is completed. So now the list of the students is ready. So if you are having register number, you can put the register number or anything. Next we come to the assessment. The course code and the subject code is already entered in the first framework sheet, so that is taken. Now when I write the number of students that are available in my student sheet, so we had 38 students. Once I enter it, the names of our students have automatically come. Now what is remaining is these things that you see here. This can be taken out one by one by looking at this name. So it is UE here, so I will directly, it's already selected UE, so I select UE. So do you want to overwrite? Yes. And then I will click remove. So if I'm going to remove UE, you can see already here some values are there, all of them will go. So that is gone. And from here also the column is gone. Next IE2, this much I want to remove. So for that again I will select IE2. So do you want to overwrite? Yes. And then I want to remove it, because if I remove then only this one will clear off. So I will remove it. So here right now it is not coming because everything was taken off. So you might also find something like this. There is no problem. Just click OK. This will go once we do the calculate. So now we are having the sheet clear. These values, these junk values are from the previous case. So that also I am just going to select and do a clear content. Here also I am going to do a clear content. So now the file is now clear. So the same thing has to be done by everybody. Now whenever I select any of the assessment tool, I have to fill all these, and then I have to also mark what is the weightage and then calculate for each and every case. So what we have done is we are having 5 COs. So for each CO we are going to write a learning assessment. So when I write learning assessment, I might be having 2 experiments or 3 experiments. How many experiments we don't know, that it will depend on case to case. Now I am having 2 experiments under LA1 which targets CO1. I can write the date on which I am going to make this sheet. Right now I am not going to change it. Then the number of sections. So I will take only one section. The number of questions is going to be the number of experiments that I am going to have, which are, in my case, it is 2 experiments targeting CO1. For each one, we are entering 10 marks for each experiment. So you might be thinking that externally we are giving 70 marks. We can take that, divide that equally. That is dependent on department to department. What we are doing in electronics and communication department is we are going to enter the marks of all the experiments as it has been obtained in their continuous evaluation, because it is easy for us to show it and compare it with the course diary, and it is easy for calculation also. And so the maximum marks, since each experiment is going to have 10 marks, so maximum marks I am going to have is 20. And now once I enter that, so the section is there, how many questions are there, that means how many experiments are there. I am going to have 2 experiments. Maximum marks is 20. Number to be answered, that means I have to do 2 experiments. And number of question number, you can write the experiment number, but that will not appear here. Here now I can change this as experiment number. So I am just going to write EXPT, experiment number. And here, since it's going to be the first experiment and the second not the second experiment, the 6th experiment is going to come under CO1. So I have completely written to them, written together, and I am not having any sub questions. So there is only one sub question. Then the selected CO is the first CO. Then coming to the level, if you remember in the framework we have given the comprehension level as for CO1. So here in this sheet, in the assessment sheet, I will be writing the taxonomy as comprehension level. Similarly for the second experiment, the 6th experiment also, it's going to be comprehension level. The maximum mark for one experiment is 10 marks. Similarly for 10. Now you may be doing it for 20, we don't know. It will depend on lab to lab. So this is what a student gets: continuous evaluation marks for one experiment and 2 experiments combined together under one CO. Since we are having 5 COs, we will have 5 COs arranged here. So each CO is going to have equal weightage. So 100 divided by 5, we will get the weightage as 20, which is already written here. Now low performers are those who are going to get what marks? Since it's a lab, we can write it even 70 or even 60. So right now we have written 60. Let's say that I can give it as 70. That depends on lab to lab also, because certain labs may be difficult. High performance, I will try to take those who are having above 90. So this is something that I have changed. Similarly, target percentage and the levels. Now this we have to very clearly understand. Target percentage is the percentage of students who should achieve these levels. So if 50 percentage of students achieve 80 percentage or more marks, it will be considered as level 3. So level 3 has been attained. If number of students, 50 percentage of students achieve more than 70 percentage, we will say that level 2 has been attained. Similarly for level 1. Since it's a lab course, I am going to give this as 90, this as 80, and this as 70. Again, based on department, you can change. It does not matter, because from program to program, the final attainment has no relation between one program and another program. Okay. So right now what we have to enter is the marks. Once we enter the marks, we will be directly able to calculate it. So now I will directly enter the marks. One by one we have to enter, but I have already stored it, so I will like this. So as you can see, out of 10 I have put all the marks for that particular CO, which are 2 experiments, experiment number 1 and experiment number 6. Now I am going to calculate directly for that CO what is the attainment, only for that CO. So you can see here tool right now LA1 weight here is shown as 30. It's all going to change because the weightage is going to be 20 as we have written here. So I will just press calculate. So a new sheet with the name LA1 opens, which will have the marks out of 20, and based on that what is the analysis, and based on that what are the target levels, who are the high performers, who are the low performers, everything will come here. So this is the one sheet for LA1. Like that we will have to do the assessment for all the 5 COs. So I will pause the video and I will straight away start after filling up all the LAs. So I have entered for LA2, which again has experiment number 2, 3 and 12, and based on its CO, it's said the second CO, the taxonomy level is 3, the maximum marks is all 10, 10, 10. Based on that the marks is entered. As you can see here, only the LA1 is there right now. LA2 I am going to calculate. Once I calculate, I will get the value here. So calculate, I am having the second sheet here. So the second sheet also has all the data now, and based on that if I go back to assessment sheet, I am having LA2 with weight 20. So LA2 is also done. Similarly the other 3. So as you can see, we have entered all the experiments from 1 to 12 in different learning assessment, 5 different learning assessment, 1 for each CO, and the weightage is 20, 20, 20 for the 5. If you are having 6 course outcomes, you have to divide 100 by 6 and write that particular value here. Since we had 5, so 100 divided by 5 was 20, so that 20 we wrote for each and every case. Now all this is, we have attained LA1, LA2, LA3, LA4, LA5 for all the cases. Now as I told earlier, for the university, for the final examination, we are not going to take. The reason why we are not taking is because they are doing the examination only for one experiment. It's not for all the experiments as we do in a university examination. In university examination, the students appear for all the questions of all the modules, whereas in an examination of lab we don't have that situation. That's why we don't take the final marks. Here we are already having the analysis done for all the experiments or all the COs. So that is done. Now what is left is to calculate the final attainment of CO, PO, PSO. So all we have to do is just press the calculate button. So once we do that, we get the final CO, PO attainment. As you can see here, We have got the weightage based on each and assessment tool. We have divided it. So the attainment is 3. Now you can imagine that it will be 3 because obviously we are having a lab course. Right now we have put marks in that way. But if you want to have a different kind of mark, that is the percentage level, the target, you can set it based on your lab and your department. And this is the PO attainment. As we had already told, we are having only for this particular lab only POs, PO1, PO2, PO4, PO5, 9 and 10. If you can look at the initial framework, the framework had only 1, 2, 4, 5, 9 and 10. So this is the COP attainment. Now if we increase the target, then what we will have is we will have these values having a lower value, so that we can decide for experiment, so for lab to lab and department to department. So this is how we do for the lab. Thank you.